3-in-1 sets.
Oh no,
I've done that.
dude, I did that.
Yeah.
I did it with
I've done
the house that I got from my grandma when she bought me Lego for Christmas that time. And I built all 3 houses. I built one and then I took it apart, and then I built the other one and then took it apart, and then I built the other one and took it apart.
When we were cleaning up in here, there was the Lego shark, the squid, and the anglerfish. That was all. That was a 3-in-1 we bought 3 of. The same with the dinosaurs that go with the thingies.
Yeah, I really like those.
Welcome to Doctor Who Rewind, an unofficial and unprofessional rewatch podcast.
Are we just going now?
Tyrese and my friend Katie. Say hello, Katie.
What the fuck?
Say hello, Katie.
Hello, Katie.
Watch and discuss episodes of Doctor Who starting with the revival in 2005. Once complete, that will backtrack to the 60s and talk about classic Who. In between seasons, we'll discuss extended media, things like books, games, and Big Finish audio adventures. Speaking of, next month is the first of the 60th. No, this month by the time this airs.
Once in future.
Yeah, the first one comes out. I think it might be the day that this airs, actually. I think it's like the 6th of May or something, right? This goes up on the 3rd, never mind. Anyways, yeah, we're going just like that. We're 1 minute in, you said the fuck word. It's all downhill from here, baby. Dead air.
Yes. Sorry. No, because I need to just... I need to stop. That's what I need to do.
You're looking at Lego still?
Yeah, I'm looking at Lego still.
Well, we'll get you some Lego at some point, I'm sure. Lord knows I don't need them more, but I'm going to get more. The Impossible Planet, Season 2, Episode 3.
That's not right.
Yes.
Don't play
retroactively changing the order.
Don't play these games with me.
Okay, fine. It's Season 2, Episode 8.
Oh, I was really close. I was just guessing.
Wait, 8? 8? It depends on where you put the Christmas special, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Episode 8. This was directed by James Strong and written by Matt Jones. First appearance of the Ood. A bunch of cool stuff. I love this one.
Yeah, this is a really good one.
This, I think I said this to you before. I was like,
no, just this part, but like the whole story.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I think this might be one of the ones where the first part is better than the second for me.
Okay.
I'll find out next week when we like watch. You know.
This is not.
The second part.
Funnily enough, this is not one that I can remember so well that I can tell you now which one I prefer. So.
Well, I feel like this is one that I don't remember all the time.
Yeah, I feel like this is each time I
rewatch it, I'm like, even though I've seen this, it kind of always feels a little new.
When I was younger, I didn't like this one. And when I say younger, I mean like young. I didn't like this one very much at all.
It was never a standout for me.
And I don't know why. And then as I was just watching this show again one time when I was older, and I was like,
yeah,
this is really great actually.
I should pull up the Doctor Who scripts for this. So Doctor Who scripts, that's always a fun time. What was like... So, like, general thoughts, we both are liking this. Yep.
Yeah.
Way more than the Idiot's Lantern for both of us.
Oh, my God. Listen, the bar is on the floor.
Okay. Let's be good about it. Because, like, the first thing I, like, notice in this episode is the money. This is where you put your money.
Yeah.
The set design, everything feels... I have a note later on about the crew where I'm like, I don't know how to say this beyond the crew feel real.
Yeah, they all feel like real people who know each other. There's nothing
cardboard about it. All the costumes are really consistent. I can imagine them wearing these things. There is like a little weird inconsistency that I'm like, that's odd.
I mean, the thing is, though, I'm like, this episode has CGI. It has like monster costume.
But not like too much. Like it's got like CGI for the black hole, I guess, and everything else could probably be like an art piece.
Yeah, like, but still, you know, it's got CGI. They do like a little pyro moment. Yeah, when everything's like exploding.
Oh yeah, they do. They do a little pyrotechnics and some smoke and sparks.
They say these are nice sets. You got the Ood,
some shaky cam.
Yeah,
a little bit of shaky cam. Instead of shaking the whole set, you just shake the camera and be like, "Now act startled," and they're like, "Whoa!"
Yeah, full new Alien as well.
Yeah,
like there's a lot going on here.
So I have a thing about that.
Like money-wise.
When it comes to this, for me, I know it's not our first Alien. Are you okay?
Right, stop it, because I've been looking at it for ages.
No, yeah, go nuts. Katie's having a whisper. Shh. We're gonna whisper. Don't take that from me.
I wasn't.
You were.
I didn't realize until I'd already gone shh, and then I was like, oh fuck, you're gonna make a comment about that.
I love the idea that the space station's built out of kits. It links the waters of Mars very well when you look at that, and it's a similar sort of spidery layout where it crawls around.
Well, I can
it
imagine
goes from the center and then
the pieces.
Yeah. I love it. I'm like, yeah, because that's what humans do. They go camping and they can buy tents with like tunnels and shit. It's crazy.
I want a tent with a tunnel.
You want one?
Yeah, I think that'd be fun.
Okay.
I can't think of anything more fun than coming back from Metallica half pissed and then crawling through a tunnel to go to bed.
Okay. All right.
There's summits in the air tonight, baby.
And my first note I have it because I just don't think it's funny when Rose and the Doctor laugh. When the Rose, I keep saying that. I did that last week too. The Rose. You know what I think it is?
What?
I know it's a Virgin thing. There's a dude.
She's happy.
There's a dude in Stormlight called Lorpin, and they call him the Lorpin. And I'm like, yeah. So the Rose is now a thing that I do. But when they're like, oh well, we could just go back inside and go somewhere else, and then they both burst out laughing, and I'm like, that wasn't funny.
No.
That was a legitimate suggestion. It sounded like you were like, if we're in a cupboard, we can just go. And then they both start laughing, and I'm like, all right.
I genuinely feel like if I went to a place with the Doctor,
yeah,
especially like the David Tennant Doctor, if we went to a place and I went, I'm not feeling this, I want to go somewhere else, he'd be like, fine, proper like.
Because he just wants to be out there. He just wants to look at everything, doesn't he? What do you feel about we must feed? We must feed.
I like it because it's silly.
It's another one of those things, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's a thing that you can say to someone on a playground. Because they really were marketing towards kids, and it works. I remember saying these things, like and being like, oh, look, I'm an ood, and you do one of these. Put your hand in front of your face and pretend to be an ood.
Spaghetti.
Oh, stop it! There's a lot of
spaghetti
that happens to a character in this episode, which is very, very sad.
What do you think of the Rose this week? Fit check. I'm asking you this time.
Okay. This is one of the looks that I'm like, oh, this is Rose. This is a very Rose thing. I think it might just be every two-parter when I'm like, oh, we see you in this costume for 2 episodes, and so
I think it's ugly.
She's got heavy eyebrows in this episode. I don't know if that's just a me thing. I don't know.
She's got heavy eyebrows.
Yeah. That's my chair.
Excuse
Sorry.
me.
Sorry, that's my chair. I promise it's my chair.
And she's got this really ugly coat on.
The pink.
Yeah, it's really ugly. But the thing is,
but those pink boots are different that we saw in the library.
Yeah, they were so cool, and I want them so bad.
Pink
cowboy boots.
By the way, yeah, they were like pink, knee-high cowboy boots.
They were Barbie pink cowboy boots, and they were insane.
You noticed them from outside. And the dude wearing them walked up the stairs, and you just like stared him down. And then he went up another set of stairs, and you were watching him the entire time. Each step, you were like, I just want those boots. I just want them.
I love them so much.
But this pink coat, not for you.
I'll tell you what the issue is.
Okay.
It's not the colour. It's not that that's not a bit of me.
Find a picture of her on IMDb.
The problem is it like your lapels or whatever? I'm gesturing. You can't. What's going on?
It's you mean with like the unzippy bit?
Yeah, because it's almost, but it doesn't look like it looks like if you zipped it up all the way, it still wouldn't be like to her neck.
No, it definitely wouldn't.
No, which is strange because then I'm like, I always think it's weird when people have like a jacket or something half zipped up when they don't need to.
Like that.
I hope the mic picked that zip up.
A little bit. It did a little bit. A little bit.
And like it's just, I don't know, it's just strange to me. I don't love this as a look. For Rose.
In this one picture, the 8th picture on IMDb, she's doing that sit that you do when you really need to piss, and you don't want to get up yet, and you're like, I can hold it.
That's me and you in a lecture.
I'm just like, what is happening? Doctor looks like he has no idea what's going on there. He's just
whose lecture it is.
Yeah, I know whose lecture it is.
I was gonna say it for a minute, and then I was gonna.
I don't want to bleep things.
Yeah, you're gonna be like, oh, we have to bleep that now.
Yeah, well, yeah, you don't
act so hard done by.
How many things have you had to bleep in editing?
None. But I have pointed out at least 2 to you. So
yeah.
I'll tell you what. This entire crew is so hot.
Oh, they're all hot.
Everyone on the ship is hot.
I mean, I think I've been through this. I'm like, I can't tell when a dude is hot. But I'm like, yeah, all right. You know what? Okay, yeah.
No, they're all hot. Also, what is it? The main guy, his name's like Zachary Cross... he's got just such a bad bitch name.
Got it now. Zachary Crossflane.
Yeah,
Sean
Zachary
Parks.
Crossflane.
No, it's 3 different words. Zachary Crossflane. Cool. Good.
Zachary not Flane.
Yeah, so we've got there's a big crew here, and I love all of them actually. I think.
They're all really good.
There's none that I'm like, can't wait for you to die. Let's just go through them. There's Danny Webb as Missy Jefferson, Sean Parks as Zachary Crossflane, who is like he wasn't like the captain, leader, right? But he's like the new leader because they lost the captain.
Well, they do say that. Never mind.
Yeah, Claire Rushbrook as Ida Scott, Will Thorpe as Toby Zed.
Ida Scott, Uda Scott.
Ida. I'm not going
to.
Then Ronnie Duty as Danny Bartok, and then Mayanna Burning as Scooti Minister.
Yep.
There is another crew member
There is?
The one that dies.
Oh, yeah.
But he's not
Does he have a
listed
name?
here.
I mean, they don't give him a name in the episode. do they?
All cast and crew. I'll see if there's anything on here for him. Absolutely not, apparently.
Poor guy.
Was not in here
Flat
at
dies
all.
and they don't even bother to give him a name.
Yeah, sorry whoever you were. Yeah, but
Rip.
all of them I like. They've all clearly got. They all. All these characters. I don't know if Matt Jones has this in like his own little folder. They each feel like people.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, you are here for the purpose of the episode. In my brain, I'm like, you have been through things, and something in your life on Earth or wherever has led you onto this expedition. I don't know what it is. You each have your own little motive to be here. That's never stated. That's just how it feels. That's like a tone thing, I guess. And I'm in love with it. I'm like, yeah, sure, go on the space.
Yeah, I mean, my thing is, I'm like, I don't need every single person who is not a main character. I don't need every single person to have like full arcs and like, oh, like, you know, to the point where it kind of feels forced in there to make them feel real. But I'm like, just give them something.
Did you notice how they teach you the crew names?
I didn't notice. Oh, and they check everyone. Yeah.
Yeah.
After the little earthquakey.
Yeah, so they do a big impact, and then Zach, I don't know where it is. Brace yourselves.
It's just above, right? Isn't it?
That's Ida does the introduction first, and just to make sure that you don't forget it, Zach goes through it again.
Well, yeah, there's that part there, right? Isn't that it?
Oh, which one?
Everyone all right? Speak to me, Ida. Yeah, Danny, fine, Toby.
Oh, yeah. He goes through it one by. I was looking for like a long line. He goes through it one by one, and then Ida goes back through them. But with
to tell you what they do
with their roles too. And that doesn't feel forced. It's a good thing.
No.
It's a very good. I'm like, yep, you have to teach us about these people.
Do you know what I do think is funny about this though?
What?
And this is like, you know, this is getting a little plotty with it. But so you know, Toby.
So
I did.
loose.
Oh my God.
Sorry, it's very, very loose. There we go.
Like, I feel like the rest of this crew are supposed to be more likable than Toby is.
Yes.
And I feel like, and I was thinking about this because I'm like, he is the only one who I don't care about as much.
Yeah, maybe it's because he looks like Prince Harry and I'm not a royalist, as we discussed last week.
There was a part that I noticed, and I was like, in my brain, I was like, why do I not like this guy? Like, aside from him being a bit villainous or whatever, why do I not like him as much? And there is one line.
That whoa, you're making inside noises.
I am, yeah.
Okay.
There is one line where they're talking, you know, after that, and Zach is like, Toby, go check the rocket link. And Toby goes, that's
fine.
not my department. And he's like, just do as I say. And then he sort of goes and like walks out.
And so he becomes the one who you're like, oh,
yeah. And I'm like, everyone else is really chill and
kinda.
really cool. And I'm like, I think that is it. I think that's where it like begins to just be
That's
like, oh, I don't like this guy as much as I like the rest of them.
Yeah, that's the thing for him. I mean, no, I get that. There's also, I'm just going to see what I got. I've got fit check dark brows is the next. No. Did you know what Ida says when she says FYI? As they used to say.
Yeah, as they used to say on Earth, I have a note about it, yeah.
You said a thing about Ida and...
Yeah, I did. Can I say something about the FYI thing that I just think is funny? It's not really. Did you ever watch Becca?
Becca?
Yeah.
No
one who I have ever spoken to has seen Becca, and you're all wrong. But it's like, you know,
no one's doing this to spite you.
A silly little Ted Danson sitcom, right?
Okay.
From like the early 2000s.
Yeah.
And it had Shawnee Smith in it as Linda, who was kind of like the dumb receptionist. And like, you know, it's one of those like, oh, she's got a heart of gold, but she's fucking stupid.
Mm-hmm.
And there was one part where she was like, for your information and FYI. And I'm like, that's how the saying goes in my head now. It's like, for your information and FYI.
There is a weird thing. I don't know if I'm stupid. That could be it. So Ida is like... the doctor's on about the planet.
Yeah.
The name. What's this planet called anyway? Now, don't be stupid. It hasn't got a name. How could it have a name? You really don't know, do you? Next scene. The planet is called Croptor.
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 I mean,
She does say it's in the scriptures of Faltino, but that is still a name that you could have carried on calling this. You know, wait. It's the black hole officially designated to Gen 5. In the scriptures of the Faltino, this planet is called Cropter, the bitter pill. And that is a name.
Yeah.
You didn't say that to the doctor, though. You were like, it's not good. But I was talking to you earlier about this, about her. You don't know, do you?
Yeah.
You really don't know, do you?
Like, you don't know? You don't know?
And then
you
Rose...
little bitch. You don't know? You don't fucking know?
And then Rose...
Little fucking baby, you gonna cry about it?
I mean, I might. Then Rose has that one bit where she has the gall to talk to Toby and be like, oh, dramatic much. She doesn't say that, but she says something along those lines.
I'll tell you what I do like as an exchange, by the way. I think it's between Ida and Rose, where someone's like, oh, so like a bit worse than a storm. She's like, just a bit. Yeah, just a bit. Like, you know, that like...
They're both like really on the same wavelength with that one.
No, but I like the whole crop tour thing and her talking about these scriptures because I'm like, I like the idea that this world has like its own little mythology about that.
Well, these 2 episodes are very theological in just like their whole thing of the I mean, we get to a point in, you know, spoilers next time, where the Doctor is like, the devil doesn't exist, and then sees it, and he's like, oh, you've basically painted this story for yourself across all of civilization. Yeah. And you are in fact the devil. But like on the whole, you know, this crew feeling like a crew of people who know each other, I think that helps with it. To be like, she refers to, you know, this belief system outside of them. I'm like, yeah, it's another point to it. I like that everyone has an exposition dump in this episode, but they don't feel exposition dumpy. No. They feel like they're like, I have my job, I will tell you about the job that I do. And then when they get to their bit, you know, like when Danny's talking about, you know, Basic 5, and he's talking about the Ood and them as a slave race and all this stuff. Yeah. And even though, yes, that is an exposition dump, it's done so well, because you can't avoid an exposition dump. But, but you can feel when it's an unwelcome one, and I think that it's just done super well in this. We can, if you I like the bit where they are doing the big thing, you know, when the Doctor gives Zach a hug. Oh yeah, I love that. Like, oh, you just wanted to know. Oh, I love that moment. Yeah, he's like, because it's there. Because it's there, you visited it. Yeah. And he just hugs him and stuff. When they give him the whole theological breakdown about the Faltino and Cropter and the bitter pill and the black hole, you know, being a mighty demon, and it spat the planet back out because it was poison and that's why it's not moving or whatever. Yeah. He's wearing like nerd glasses. Like, he's put his glasses on and he's like, yep, let me nerd out over this. And I'm like, oh, he's just having his own little moment, right? He's doing the thing he loves. Yeah. He's just talking about his special interest. Yeah. And that's fine. That's allowed. I refuse to believe that David Tennant can go, amazing, ha! And then just goes back to being Scottish at night. No. Yeah. Sometimes I hear David Tennant speak and I'm like, there's no you're not Scottish. It just doesn't happen. I've never watched, like, The Confidential, and he's like... I've never been gaslit by an accent as much as by David Tennant, to be honest. And then, like, you get like the Confidential, and it cuts to him and it's like, no, stop it. That's not what you sound like. That's not you. I know that my accent is bad. The first time I ever heard him speak, like, you know, just as David Tennant. Oh, I was like, what? Was you know, did you ever see I think it was like a Red Nose Day skit, comic relief bit with him and Catherine Tate. Oh, where she's where she's doing, and he turns her into the rose doll. Yeah, she's doing like Lauren Cooper or whatever, which I still think that one part is really funny, where she's like, "Do you fancy Billy Piper, sir?" I love it. Music in this episode, so good, all of it. Yeah, there's one that sounds very Cyberman-y to me. I don't know if you. Which one? I don't know. Oh, great. This music, the music for this episode, I don't think. Like, bum bum. Boom, yeah, boom. Yeah. That was on one of the Doctor Who games, like one of the Flash games. I can't remember which one it was, but I used to love those Doctor Who Flash games. I wonder if any websites still host the old Flash games. There was a great Cybermen one where you played as Mickey piloting a blimp. I don't know if I mentioned this the other week. I think I might have remembered this one. Yeah, there was like Cybermen, and you had to like shoot the Cybermen on the street below, and then you had like a thing that would like have an EMP, and you'd wipe them all out. So cool. The music in this episode is not in the compilation album thing that's on Spotify. It's just the Impossible Planet, right? It's just the only track. I don't know, but it's when I was googling it, because I was like, I wanted to see. It's for when Scooti dies. Is the one that it's like very stringy. That I wanted to know what that one was, because I was like, that needs to be in my writing playlist, just because like orchestral it's great, and I couldn't find it anywhere. And then when I googled it, it was like, oh, deleted track, and I'm sad. Put it on there. Find it. Put it somewhere. Why does it not show all of the albums immediately? It's because it's a compilation. It's right at the very bottom on Spotify. Yeah, I'm not on Spotify. All right. Actually, I'm not on Spotify. My bad. The Impossible Planet is the only song on here from this episode. Okay.
There's like from this episode.
Right. I imagine it's just separate parts of the same tune.
Yeah,
That
it will
normally
be.
ends up how it is. I have a note here. Hello, orange suit. Hope you don't become a staple.
Yeah, the origin, right, of the
The
orange
first one.
spacesuit. How do you feel about the use of that? Because I know some people like do not like it.
You mean like in the future or here?
No, like in the future.
It depends. I don't hate it.
See, I'm like, I truly do not care that much.
I don't care, mainly because I'm like, I don't expect the prop department to make each Doctor a new
A new
suit.
spacesuit.
Like, they already design him a costume and a new Sonic every time he
The only
exists,
thing
and
about
sometimes an interior TARDIS. He
In
doesn't
it.
need a suit.
The only thing about it that's weird to me is I'm fine with David Tennant using it repeatedly. And I don't really care that much about everyone using it repeatedly, to be fair. But I'm like, no way that fits David Tennant and Peter Capaldi. And doesn't Jodie wear it?
Jodie does. So does Matt Smith.
Does he?
Yeah.
When?
It's not Listen, it's before that. Hide.
Oh, yeah.
When they go to the very end.
Yeah, I'm like, it does not
Yeah.
fit all four of you perfectly.
Well, maybe
Like, I wonder if it's the same suit or if they tailor it.
Time Lord things.
Because I assume they tailor it a little bit.
Time Lord mumbo jumbo.
But I'm like, Peter Capaldi, Jodie Whittaker, you're not the same
He
height.
just stitches it different. He rehems it every time. They don't know nothing about him.
Like, straight after the regeneration, you're just like, oh, fuck's sake.
He's like,
God.
ooh, I've got to do a
Gotta
suit.
go fix the suit.
Yeah.
Rose, get me my quick unpick.
And then we get the Toby.
Yeah.
All that jazz.
Yeah.
You know who I think he needs?
Who?
I think he needs the Ghost Hunters. I think he needs the Atlantic Paranormal
Who
Society.
are you going to call?
The Ghost Hunters.
Kofi Kingston.
And the Miz. Come bust some ghosts in your house.
God, I couldn't imagine anything worse actually than being like, God, I have a serious problem in my house. God, I just need someone to help me out. And then I open the door and fucking Mike Mizanin is just stood there, and I'm like, all right,
Demons, you better get out of this house because I'm awesome.
kicks down the door. He's like, I came to play. Wait, why does he sound like that?
Miz.
The thing is, I was gonna sing the theme song part, and then I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that.
You're like,
but I already
oh,
committed to the
You're
accent,
like,
so.
oh, Miz, Kofi Kingston didn't show up, and he does a backflip off the balcony of the house.
And he's like,
Sticks the landing, and he's like,
superhero London.
that's what you thought. You're like, oh, shit, Kofi Kingston's here too. So what do you think of the whole Toby thing? Oh, by the way, I'm just going to pull it up just as a credit because
Yes.
I do think it is still good either way to do. The voice of the Beast is Gabriel Wolfe.
Do you know who it was going to be?
No? Do you have information for me?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
It was
My
going
nips!
to
No.
be. Whoa!
I'm sorry.
I'm
this
not
is a
telling you now.
PG.
This is PG. I said fuck a minute in.
I thought you'd said. No, I've forgotten what I thought you said. You're like, I'm not telling you now. I thought you were going to say something else. Doesn't matter. Carry on.
It was going to be not Captain America, the other Chris Evans, the radio DJ Chris Evans, Billy Piper's ex-husband.
Oh. Is he the one that did the tweet when Billy Piper was like, your kids just laughed at you?
I don't think so.
Okay. How many ex-husbands does she have?
He can't tie that woman down.
That silence said far too much about us. I don't know if you can hear a look in a podcast.
Oh, you can. You can.
But that one.
Okay, on the subject.
Yeah.
This is the thing I was trying to tell you in the pub earlier. Well, I'm trying to tell you that I said I'd tell you about.
Yeah.
Rose feels kind of weirdly out of character this episode.
So I saw a tweet about this yesterday. I tried not to let
The
it
bit that
affect
got me was that, you know, when she was in there talking about something and they're like, oh, and then we'll ride whatever out to do the thing, and she was like, oh, like a roller coaster.
That someone tweeted, and I think it was a picture of Billy Piper in this episode as Rose, and they'd said, I can't credit the tweet, and I feel kind of shitty about it. It'll be on Dr.
Good job
Twitter.
if this was your tweet.
Yeah.
Whomstever.
Let's make baby. No, let's not make a baby. They'd said that from this point on in the season, Billy feels like she is written better. I don't know if I agree with that.
I mean,
she's obviously consistent to her usual stuff.
Yeah.
In Doomsday and Army of Ghosts because it's her finale.
I
it's
have
RTD.
never noticed until watching
it.
this time, yeah. And it was when she said that line about like, oh, like a roller coaster or whatever. I was like, okay. And then there's a few other little things that she says throughout the rest of this episode that I'm like, I don't like. it's not like I feel like Rose wouldn't say that, but I'm like, it's just strange to hear you say that.
Yeah.
And I've never noticed it in the other 2 episodes. So I'm like, maybe I got to check them out. Maybe I got to watch them a little closer.
But you have to get a mortgage. She sings it, doesn't she?
Yeah, she does.
You'd have to get a mortgage.
Being like, oh, it could be the same one if you want. Oh, I don't know. I'm like, your mother's daughter.
I have a question. It might have been written at the time, and I could be very, very wrong. I don't know how show business works all that well. I feel like 42 wants to be this episode.
Yeah, it does.
Like, so bad.
Even down to the designs.
Yeah, like, even down to the griminess of the ship. I'm like, not every ship has to be grimy, by the way. But I love it in this one. I'm like, everything feels
Well, this is like back
so...
to the quarry as well. Back to filming in a quarry.
Yeah, this feels so well realised.
This is a classic base under siege story, and I am a big Second Doctor fan.
Oh, okay,
and
yeah.
they're all like base
Okay.
under siege stories. So shit like this, I love.
There's a lot of time where people go like, oh, they've designed it for da-da-da. I feel like whoever did go through the designs for this episode could go, oh, the reason that they're this shaped is this. And like they would tell you, like it all feels really well realised, in my head at least. The Doctor... Oh, when Toby has the writing on his palms, you know, when he's doing his archaeology stuff, my hands are so sweaty, I could never...
You just run
I'd
straight off.
They would write it on my hand. They'd be like, right, action. I would turn them around and it would just be black smears.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, oh, guys, I'm nervous. What can I do?
Also, the TARDIS gets lost here.
And they're grown, apparently. Is this the first time we've heard this? Or is this a classic Who thing?
I'm pretty sure this is the first time they say that.
I don't like that.
I don't like that because it
Rewatch
exclusively feels like this TARDIS is grown, but then when I see the other TARDISes afterwards, like the interiors, I'm like, that wasn't grown.
This one does
Like,
feel like
it looks organic, yeah.
This one does. It's got the
But
weird...
the other ones do not.
No. And also, I've seen you build one.
Yeah.
In season 6, I've seen you do it.
I could buy that Geordie's was grown because it's like crystals and stuff in it.
Yeah, I just hate it, though.
But yeah,
I just hate the
it's
design.
too big. It's too big around the
It's
inside.
too wide. It's too Kryptonian. I'm not a huge fan of it.
Yeah, Jodie Whittaker did not need a Fortress of Solitude.
She did not. So like we're gonna get to it anyways. I have a note. Sorry, let me find it. You can just riff for a bit. I have a note that I just. Oh no, I think it's the conversation with Rose and the Doctor.
Well, while you find this, I'm gonna say just a silly little line. It's like what something Zach says earlier, and I'm like, haha, that's silly space talk. Where they're talking, I think it's about the earthquake, and he went, "That's 90 stats on the blazing scale."
90 stats on the
90
blazing
stats on the blazing scale. I'm like, what the
yeah.
fuck does the blazing scale measure?
I got the Scarlet system burning up. Might be worth a look. Yeah, that's an. I like the little visual effects of this, of like looking up into the black hole every now and then just to have a look.
Yeah,
I imagine I would do that if I was in deep space and everything around me was ending. I'd be like, give me a look then.
Oh yeah,
open the window. Cracks up and just go. Oh God, we're about to die. This conversation with the Doctor and Rose, you'd have to get a mortgage. The first time we've gone out of range, what would I tell my mother?
Yeah.
The Doctor being like, I'm dying, that's it. It's all over. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I'm like, that feels very teenagery to me. And also, you have been so you do know how to joke, but the Doctor being like, oh, if I get stuck, I'm gonna kill myself. I'm like, that's not a very doctory thing to say, actually.
In it.
Like, I don't like that for you.
Mr. like, never give up and all this kind of shit.
Because
it's been like, nah, mortgage too much.
I mean, there is like a casually suicidal thing about, I don't want to say like this generation, but that's kind of how I have to say it.
Oh, yeah.
Where everyone is like, this assignment's so terrible, I'm going to kill. And it's like, okay, all right. No, you're not, though. For the most part, I should say. Where the Doctor's saying it, I'm just like, shut up, you. And if you did kill yourself,
yeah, the thing is that,
you would just be Matt Smith.
Yeah.
He'd be like, oh, early. That would be it.
The TARDIS getting lost here feels like really serious to me.
Oh, the stakes go up.
Yeah, because I'm
it.
like, I know we have a few the TARDIS is lost things.
I hate
but I'm
its
like,
reappearance.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, just by chance, it's there. Like later on, spoilers for next week. I don't care.
I think it's because the implication is that it gets sucked into a black hole, right? So like, not only is it unreachable, like it's gone.
I never assumed that. I just assumed it went down with the thing because the cliff gone.
Oh yeah.
It cuts to the outside and the cliff like edge. There's like a cliff edge from where the tunnel fell, and I was like, oh, it's gone down, 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 down.
Yeah, I'm like, I suppose that makes sense. But then, like I say, when you see it later, surely all the other parts, all the other storage stuff should be there as well, which is not.
The Ood earlier.
Mm-hmm.
When when Rose is
Let's
like,
talk about the ood.
Rose is like, I'll have a go, yeah. I did that job once, I was a dinner lady. And,
Yeah.
and the Ood goes, the beast and his armies shall rise from the pit to make war against God. And she's like, what? And he's like, enjoy your meal.
Yeah. That's me serving people at work.
My problem with Rose here is she did not immediately go, Doctor.
Yeah, right.
You know by now.
After the whole we must feed thing as well.
Yeah, you know by now. Maybe I should, even if it's not a serious thing, I'll run that by him. By him.
I'd be like, hey, you know these servants that they have here, these slaves. By the way, why does Rose have the same subplot in this as like Hermione in that one Harry Potter book?
I think it's the 5th one.
I think.
I don't know. Maybe it's the 4th. I don't care. Yeah, it's either, isn't it? She's like, oh, you don't say you're one of them lot.
Yeah,
and
Rose,
it's
like, Scooti. So she's like,
Scooti.
You friend of the Ood or whatever. It's her and the long haired dude.
Yeah, Danny.
That's his name.
And Rose is like, what if I am?
Yeah, she's like, maybe I am.
We're gonna do.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is a friend of the Ood.
Friend of the Ood.
I didn't know I could do that. Sorry, we had an interruption, and I can just go back and replace the knock that was on the door without even having to cut it. I can just go back on the timeline, hit replace, and then it just carries on.
Cool.
Yeah, technology. Where were we? So, oh yeah, I hated that conversation. So when they're talking to Danny,
yeah,
and they're trying to be like, hey, you heard the Ood said a beast thing. Rose goes, I got a message on my communicator. It's the future.
Yeah,
just say phone.
Yeah, like I don't think we ever get to a point where we get rid of phones, right?
God, right? I hope not. I mean, I hope so. Actually, I think that. God, imagine if phones all disappeared for like a year. What do you think would happen?
Well, I don't know. Is it just phones that disappear, or is it all like devices? Because realistically, there's not a lot that.
I think that, like, imagine if the whole world was Amish for a year. We just go back for a year. Oh, do you not like that, do you?
I wouldn't. I'm fine with the idea of getting rid of phones for a year because I'm like not just me doing it on my own, but I mean, yeah. I mean, if everyone did it, then I'm like, yeah, we could get around it. Like, I could, if I was gonna meet people, I could still message you.
Yeah,
they'll send you a message and just be like, hey,
via pigeon.
Yeah, but I'm like, no video games.
No video games. No.
Like, I couldn't watch a movie. Like,
nope.
You know, I wouldn't like that.
You would go to the theatre. I'm going to the
theatre tomorrow.
Go to the theatre. What are you going to go watch?
Rocky Horror.
Rocky Horror
Picture Show.
I've never seen that.
Yes, you have. You've seen it 5 times.
Yeah, but I've never seen it.
There's a bit in Parks and Rec, right?
Okay.
Where, like, I think, like...
Parks and Rec rewind.
Where Anne says something, and she's like, Leslie, you made me watch all 7 Harry Potter films. Like, I don't like them. And Leslie's like, you love them. You've seen all 7 of them. And I'm like, that's you with Rocky Horror. And you're like...
It really is. I've seen that movie 5 times with no audio.
Yeah. Seen that... Well, they played audio.
They played the music.
They played audio from it.
Only once.
Yeah.
And I didn't quite catch it all. Because the pub is loud in general.
Yeah.
I wonder what theme it'll be this new... Oh my God, we'll be like there this New Year's as well, probably.
Yeah, probably.
I wonder what theme it's going to be.
Something sexy, I hope. There's nothing sexier than the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Have you seen porn?
No, but one day when I'm big and strong, I'll finally be allowed.
Big and strong. Fuck off. You're like a shoelace beat that's been hairsprayed. Like it's there. You feel that middle bit and you go, oh, that's a bit, it's got a bit of strength to it.
But it does not.
But it crumbles under pressure.
Yeah.
Anyway, the computer system's a dickhead,
Yeah.
It's like, no. This computer system is... does Doctor Who have a lot of computer systems like this where it's just like, actually, no. You're like, who's gone outside? Not telling you. Thanks, bro.
This would wind me the fuck up, though. Because I'm like, Alexa, for one.
Alexa, where's Toby? Oh, God, I hope no one's listening to that out loud.
I hope so. That'd be funny. My Alexa's a bitch.
Sorry, I can't find Toby anywhere.
Yeah, my Alexa's a bitch, right?
Yeah, you hate yours. She listens to me.
She doesn't listen to me at all. I'm like, Alexa, turn on lamp. And then she does nout. And then I'm like, Alexa, turn on lamp. And she does nout. And then I'm like, Alexa, turn on lamp. And she still does nout.
She goes, what's your tone with me, bitch?
And then Luke will go, Alexa, turn on lamp. And then she fucking does it.
Why did you make him scouse?
Did I?
A little bit, yeah.
I just said it. Just said it.
But I have a whole 2-litre bottle of Pepsi Max. I haven't drank that all today. God, imagine.
Peppy Mac.
No, we're not doing that. Take it back now.
No.
No.
I started that as a thing. Now if I'm at home and my mum's like, oh, did you get me a Peppy out the fridge? And I'm like, yeah, okay.
A Pepis is what is what I called it. I almost said who called it that with me. It was just by name. And I was like, I can't do that. Interruption. Just again, it's interruption today. So, unfortunately, we are roughly at the part where Toby gets
beasted.
I was going to say possessed, but okay. Toby becomes a monster on the can. I'm sorry. I scratched you.
Bottoms up and the devil laughs.
I don't get it.
You've never seen the video?
What?
Of the woman?
What woman?
With the monster cans at the I don't know what kind of event it is, but she's there and she's like 666. She's like, that's the sign of the devil.
Well, they have one of those in here, don't they? They have the sixes.
Yeah, it's like something 0.6 recurring, right?
Wait, can I just control F? I wonder if it's going to be the written 6.
I imagine maybe.
There we go. Do you see? To generate that gravity field in the funnel, you need a power source with an inverted self-extrapolating reflex of 6 to the power of 6 every 6 seconds. Rose, that's a lot of 6s. Doctor, and it's impossible, Zach, and it took us 2 years to work that out, and the doctor's just like, I'm very good.
Yeah.
I love it when he does that.
Yeah.
I do. I like it when the doctor just does a smart thing, and he's like, it's just because I'm clever.
It's because he watches Rick and Morty.
Storage 6 also goes down.
Yeah.
But that's the one where they are.
The TARDIS is
drill head now at 0.16. Zach says keep pressure at 60. Maybe we should just go through these. There's a lot of 6 references here. Watch that be all of them. Then there is Habitation 6. 876, 54321. I don't know what that's about.
It's a countdown, isn't it?
Ida, oxygen holding, internal gravity 56.6. That's the first one that we get later on. Earlier on, my bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is where Scooti
Rip
gets killed.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I know enough about her to care, but I like her enough to not be like, I don't care.
She's likable.
Yeah. There's this. I'm at this weird middle ground where I'm like, I'm not like, oh no, not Scooti, but I'm also not like, I'm not like, ha, gotcha.
Yeah, right. Like, kill the bitch, you know, like
Katie. Katie. If you can hear something in the background, that's PJ Mask. This is the life we live.
The thing that is insane to me that you brought up earlier that we didn't say anything about because we are terrible. It's insane that Ida and Scooti aren't related.
Oh yes, yeah. That's I did bring it up about like, oh, you
said
and
then we
this
just
thing, and then we
didn't say anything.
We keep doing that.
Because I'm like, they look incredibly similar.
Yeah, they do.
And there's that little shoulder touch moment that you were like, I don't see anything.
I don't see it. I'm sorry, I don't.
It just feels like a.
She's just like bump and then walks away. There's not like a bump and then walks away. That's not how it is.
Yeah, but I'm like, it feels like a very maternal thing.
I don't doubt that she is protective over her. Are they the only 2 women? I imagine they have had to like band together and be like, girl power.
Yeah.
You know?
Maybe Scooti has terrible mommy issues.
Just because you don't have to like project that onto everyone. I do that. It's my job.
Yeah, so she dies. And then the thing is, right, because like Toby's outside and he like,
Best
music. Does the whole like suck out the window thing, right?
Yeah.
Or whatever. And then they're like, don't they say something later when they're like, what's going on? Is there not external cameras?
I
on the base, right?
I doubt it. Because if it's done by a kit, you don't get an outside thing to do. Because
yeah, but you would think that they would have outside, they would have, because you would assume you would have to monitor the surface in some way.
Why?
Because they're on the surface.
Okay, but they're on the surface.
This isn't a ridiculous thing.
No, but it doesn't mean you need to monitor it. And how are you going to get a camera out there?
But they're drilling.
You built it with a kit. The drill goes down, not up outside.
Yeah, but you would
not drilling into the air.
You would still need some sort of thing, right?
No. Of course.
Like when you do a drill, like actually in life, in the real world, you need to like be aware of the area that you're drilling into.
Yeah, but they're not drilling around the entire side of the like perimeter of the base, just the middle bit. Go, you know. They're just giving the planet the old fingering. By the way, this is the best music, I will say. It's really good. This is the song, the tune. Then after, so we may as well talk about them because we've brought them up. The Ood.
Yeah, the Ood.
The Ood.
What do you want to say about the Ood?
God, like of all the aliens, these are so sexy. These guys do it for me.
Where are you putting it in it?
What? Wherever it'll take it. No, I'm kidding. No, they're not sexy. They're like little Zoidbergs.
I like the Ood a lot.
I
actually.
like them. I didn't like the one in Flux.
I do not remember the one in
Let
Flux.
me show you.
Shit.
Like something. It's like almost.
Like you've said it, and I'm like, yes, there is one in there, but I don't remember anything about that bitch.
Ood. There is a weird uncanny valley thing where I've seen Ood so many times that I'm like, the one from Flux just
Doesn't look right.
look how white the eyes are.
It looks surprised.
It's like wow. Like there is something about this that looks too polished. That looks far too clean for me.
Yeah.
It's something about like I want to pull up like a regular a normal Ood.
A normal
Ood. Ood. That's the Flux one again. There is something in the wrinkles.
Yeah.
It's paler. The originals are much paler.
The wrinkles.
The eyes.
Is that on a person though, or is that just like the head separate? Yeah.
No, the wrinkles are going to be put on anyway. You don't get that. But so here's the Flux one. Oh no, that's a fan made one. Well, I'm trying to find a good one. This is Planet of the Ood, right? No, it's not. This is just from this one actually. Sorry. I had a bleedy, so I'm like, what did you think of the green Ood? We'll get to that. What am I asking you? But so this is one Planet of the Ood, right? Yeah. Official Doctor Who stuff.
It feels like the eyes are different too.
The eyes are much more like tight and squinted down.
Yeah.
It's paler. The tentacles feel like they are more centered. This feels like it takes up the whole bottom, the whole jowl, whereas this kind of comes down to where the mouth would be.
Well, the thing is that the Flux one, it feels like the tentacles come out. But the regular one, it feels like they just come, like they just fall, they just go down.
Come down. There's something about polish, man. I don't like Doctor Who when it's super HD. There's something about the whole Whittaker era where I'm like, this is far too polished the entire time.
It's not the polish for me, it's just the cinematic feel of it that I don't like.
The two bars and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? How strange is that? Like, look at this. Look how, like, weirdly...
I liked the Flux Santarans,
You can fuck off, you. The Vanquishers, or whatever. That's from Chapter 6, The Vanquishers. I've forgotten these guys' names, I don't care.
Say less.
You know? Gemheads. I don't give a toss. Flux, ribbons, who cares? This isn't a Flux episode anyway, and we'll get to that in 8 years. But
this is not a Flux
I
podcast.
like the Ood. This is... Do you know what I think makes the Ood likeable? They're a great villain, but they are never at fault. See, you agree?
Yeah.
They're never at fault. It's never the Ood's fault that something has gone wrong. The Ood are also a victim all of the time.
That's true. Well, it's, the influence in it, the mind control of it all.
Yeah, and also, the slave race subtext thing of like, come on. Yeah, I love them. I think these are weirdly iconic.
Yeah, they are, aren't
For something that have only been in, like you get...
There's 4 or 5 episodes, I think, right?
But not all Ood-based. You've got 3 episodes that are completely Ood-based.
Yeah.
And then you've got an Ood that shows up in The Doctor's Wife, and then you have, like, scenes here and there with the Ood.
They're like background aliens as well, right?
In, like, the fourth season and the specials.
Yeah.
Where they become, like, the professors.
Oh, yeah, Ood
whatever.
Sigma.
Yeah. But...
Sorry.
You're laughing at the Sigma.
Ood Sigma.
Ood Beta. God, Ood Chad Ood. God, imagine what a Chad Ood would look like. Just
imagine
hench with the square jaw and the tentacles. Oh, God.
Andrew Tate.
That's the beast? Oh, God, no, don't. Do you know what? If I could give the little, the little drink.
Oh, yeah, the little, like, tonic to Andrew Tate.
Yeah, I would just turn him into an Ood. I would turn Andrew Tate into an Ood.
It's funny because he'd have no, like, scalp to rip off.
It would just go pale.
Yeah.
And then he'd spit out his own brain and realise there's not much there anyway.
You're implying this man has got a brain in his head already.
Oh, fucking hell.
Right, so like,
gonna say that.
Weekly Andrew Tate slander aside.
Well, no, I want to carry on.
I've got so much more to say.
Spit my dummy out. No, I want to carry on.
I've got so much more material.
Yeah, these guys feel more so than... Is there any other recurring alien like this?
The Sensorites.
What?
Not really, I'm just kidding, but the Ood and the Sensorites are very similar.
Is that a classic Who thing?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
They also have the whole, like, being taken control of thing.
I think
they say it in Planet of the Ood when they say that they're from the sense sphere. which is where the censor rights are from as well.
Oh, okay, right. There is a thing with Yude when I was watching this where I was like, this feels almost like our first new Alien in a while, and I know that it's not. I know that's not correct. But this feels like, I think it might be because it's practical compared to like the Krillitane and stuff.
Well,
Where this feels very... I don't know how to describe it, where I'm like, this not only does this feel real, this feels like an alien, and also every other time in this show, other than I guess the cats, Novus Hame and stuff,
yes.
this feels like the first time in the show we have an alien and it is not the villain.
Yeah.
And we get that with the Tavali, I guess, at one point as well. But it's just nice having an nice having an alien around that is not trying to kill them immediately.
Yeah. Because I'm like, that's the thing. I mean, like,
I took the long way around getting that point.
Yeah.
But
Like, I am not silly. I am not stupid.
yeah,
I know that, like, you know, a lot of the times they will go places with, like, humans there because CGI is expensive, making costumes is expensive and stuff.
practical
but I'm
looks
like,
so good in all of this.
oh, absolutely. But, like, every time I see an alien
Yeah,
that is not explicitly a villain, I'm just like, oh, yeah, because it's space.
there's going to be
Fucking,
those.
of course there's going to be. It's space.
Yeah, in fact, probably more often than not will you find a not evil alien.
Exactly, yeah.
That's because space big. I don't
Yeah,
know if you know this.
Space big.
Space
Space
big.
infinitely big, right?
Will space go on forever?
Yeah.
Space get bigger as we
Yeah.
talk. Space bigger now than it was when I said that thing a second ago.
That's crazy.
And even bigger now.
That's so crazy, dude. That's so wild.
I think
Do you
we've
know what we
lost the
should
plot.
do? We should shave our faces and then go explore it.
Okay, I shaved yesterday.
Shave face, go space?
Shave face, go space.
Yeah.
The best a man can get.
So
So
that's my one chin hair.
oh, please no. Protein 1 with a dash of 3.
Yeah, that's another thing that I don't like.
What does that mean? The little click, the...
No, just the whole line from like, just don't say anything, Ross.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because that's when he's like, you've gone native, right?
Yeah, you've gone.
So I would be so fine with this, by the way. You know how I've said if I could just get all of my
Nutrients in like
in
a drink.
little, like a little grey pill.
Why would you? Then you would never need a lasagna. It would just make you worse because then you've had all your nutrients for the day, and then you would eat on top
Well,
of that.
maybe I
which
just
would
wouldn't
make you
take it the
horrible.
next day.
You think you can just do that? You think you can just start fucking with pills?
Yeah.
Katie, no. You gotta keep on keeping on. The Scooti dies. I know we've been through this, but we're about to get there. Do you know what my favourite thing about her death is?
What?
She does not just stand there and take it. She tries.
Oh yeah, you can hear her.
She is like freaking out for a minute.
Yeah.
And I would be like, why are you just standing there? There's a dude outside when he can't be outside and he's covered in marks and his eyes are red. You've known him for years.
Yeah, this is a freaky thing.
You have a moment to like shell shock go into
to be
panic.
like, oh fuck.
And then as soon as the window starts cracking, you don't move immediately because you're still like, how is this happening? He's not touching the window. And then she runs and she's like, open door 40. Her acting.
Yeah,
She
she's
is
like screaming.
terrified. Yeah. The glass breaks. Scooti screams. And then, they find her and we get the good music. Okay, no, I just spelt it wrong. It's fine.
Oh, what did you do?
Because after this, they find, they find Scooti. I keep going to say Shooty, by the way. That's just a me problem, I guess. They find her. They're not happy. She was 20.
Yeah.
That, like, every other time I've watched this, I know that I was, like, 22 last time I watched it, last year. But even then, I had that whole thing that I told you about when I was like, it feels like I haven't aged. I'm going to assume pandemic reasons that I was just stuck inside for so long, it feels like you haven't aged. And it dawned on me that I was 23, and I was like, oh, okay, watching this, and they go, she's 20, and I was like, oh, God.
Yeah.
I've never had that feeling before, even though I should have last year.
Yeah, I'm like, I am older than you.
But I was like, this has happened to you.
Yeah.
You're all getting spaghettified.
Which is weird to think her and Rose are like basically the same age, right?
Right. Rose might be older by this point.
Yeah, like a year older.
Don't you love that, by the way?
Maybe. What?
Spaghettification.
Spaghettification.
That's what it's called, isn't it? You know, a black hole will stretch you out. I know I said
Is
black
that
hole
what it's
like
called?
That. Yeah, scientifically it's called spaghettification because it will stretch you out until you are like that thin. Every part of you will just go like that. Did you not know that's how black holes work?
I knew it was how they worked. I just like,
Shall I Google spaghettification? Oh, no.
Spaghet. If I... Cation?
Yeah, spaghettification. Spaghettified. And this is what happens to Scooti. Scooti? I said it right?
Yeah.
I'm so unsure
That's
of
her
myself.
name.
In astrophysics, spaghettification is the tidal effect caused by strong gravitational fields. When falling towards a black hole, for example, an object is stretched in the direction of the black hole and compressed perpendicular to it as it falls.
She got Looney Tuned.
And so this is what would happen to you. Look at that.
You can just hear it, right? Hear her scream.
The Doppler.
Yeah.
You can hear the Doppler go.
Oh my god, that second image.
Look at the whose face is that? Oh, I don't care.
Ask the wire.
Hungry. Me for real. Big think uploaded that photo. Yeah, she's dead. She gets spaghettified. And then the doctor's like, we'll go outside then.
Yeah.
We're going to go outside.
It's just that simple, isn't it?
The drill stops. Well, the drill stops, doesn't it? That's why they decide we're going to go outside. And he dons the
classic
suit,
orange suit.
which I guess when all is said and done at the end of part 2, he's like, I'm keeping this.
Yeah.
It's the only way.
I mean, the base is sucked into the black hole, right? So you can't return it to the base. But
but he gives her back.
Yeah, he does.
So you could have given the suit back. You just chose not to.
He's like, you know what? I like this.
Souvenir.
Orange is my colour.
Souvenir, Orange is my colour.
Yeah.
Rose, what do you think? That's the cat walking around the central...
So Dr. Fitcheck, right?
Dr. Fitcheck. How do you feel about the orange suit?
It's fun, isn't it? I like it. I like it that it's a spacesuit that's not just like classic spacesuit,
Rose kisses the helmet.
Yeah, she does.
That's like the first time that she's like made an outwardly romantic move. Other than that,
aside from her being like, move in with me.
Yeah, I don't like that. But that might just because I don't like Doctor Human Romance that I was watching it and I was like, shut up, you.
Yeah, maybe they're just roommates.
Like, and they were roommates.
Oh my god, they were roommates.
Yeah. Don't forget to breathe.
Yeah.
That's the thing that Rose says.
Breathing's good. Don't forget to breathe.
Good.
Isn't that when Zach's like, stay off the communicator? And she's like, no.
Yeah.
she's
like,
straight, she's like, no, actually.
She's like, that's not going to happen. I'm staying here. I'm on it now. Don't even try me. Yeah. Yeah, they do say that. By the way, so when they got outside, the Doctor and Ida.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find this conversation. There's no turning back. Or did you have to? No turning back. That's almost as bad as nothing can possibly go wrong. Or is this the best Christmas Walford's ever had? And Ida goes, are you finished? The Doctor goes, yeah, finished. And the Doctor walks past her, and she sort of looks back and smiles. And I was like, you're fluttering. Like, you totally, come on. David Tennant in front of you, bright orange. Fwa. Canary foie. Canary foie,
Canary foie.
Canary foie.
Also, I think I don't know whereabouts this is happening, like in relation to the scene, but like up on board, the Ood have gone crazy.
Yeah, they got a basic 100.
Basic 30.
Oh, basic 30
well,
first. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a basic 30 all day, baby.
Okay.
Where it's like they're screaming inside their own heads.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But like the guy, Mr. Jefferson.
Yes. I like him. He reminds me of Tim Roth.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say on
cool.
that.
But like he pulls out this gun, right? And then is it Rose? I don't know. Maybe it's someone else who was like, "Don't."
You'll pierce the.
Yeah, and he goes,
pit.
"Firing stock 15 only impacts organics."
It does.
What the fuck?
Only.
How does this work?
Only shooty people. No shooty wall.
How does that work?
I'll show you. Like I pull out a gun. God, no one would even think. No one would even think to look for you in this.
In the murder garage.
This isn't a murder garage. It's a normal garage. My murder garage is at 444-777 numbers. Ha. Yeah. Sometimes I forget that we're not on camera and I do a thing towards you and I'm like, oh yeah. But then I'm like, if I was on camera, would people just think that I was, fucking crazy? So, Toby creaks. Toby stands up and he's like, what? Like, I don't get it. I'm like, why? You're possessed. Your muscles haven't atrophied over this. That's not.
Maybe they have.
You're cool. Like the beast takes over him. The beast takes over. Sometimes the beast takes over and it geyser.
Unleash the beast.
Geyser.
You know what? You know that bit when the beast is about to beast him though? And it's like, oh, like don't turn around, Toby.
Yeah. Don't
what
turn
if he didn't?
around.
Would he still be possessed? Is this just like freaky devil mindfuckery?
Well, I think the whole thing was mindfuckery, right? Because they say, don't turn around or I'll kill you, and he turns around and he doesn't die.
Yeah, well, what does he say before that? Because the implication is that the conversation is over.
I'll find it. I'm going to assume it's going to say, like, Toby Beast on here. Toby Scooti, Dr. Rose, Toby Voice, don't turn around. Dan, that's not Dan. Don't look at me. Who are you? I have so many names. If you look at me, you will die. But who are you? I'm behind you. Don't say that. I'm going to want to look. Wet paint.
Right.
Wet paint.
Oh, the other day, by the way, when those guys were doing that, like, work in our house, right? They were like, the guy had come downstairs and he was like, oh yeah, like everything's like fitted and installed and stuff. This is how it works. He was like, we're just gonna do some painting, and then we'll then we'll leave. And we were like, oh yeah, like cheers. No idea what the fuck they painted. There was no obviously wet paint anywhere, and it's like, there is wet paint in my house somewhere and I don't know where it is. Can you tell me what you painted, please?
So you don't just touch it or lean against it or
yeah,
whatever.
like,
God, imagine if you walk upstairs and there's like a whole easel set up. They're looking out the window just with a whole palette of
he's
brushes.
just Bob Ross in my bathroom.
The Ood's eyes go red.
Yeah.
Rar.
If I was Rose, this would freak me out the most.
Look, if tentacle monster eyes go red, I run.
Not just the Ood specifically, but this adventure would be the one that would freak me out.
Oh, mentally completely crazy.
Yeah,
this is batshit compared to everything else she has been through.
Because I'm like, the thing is, everything else is like time travel, space, alien, all this kind of stuff. This is like, I am the devil.
Yeah, I feel like this is the one that the Doctor can't explain through science, and so because of that, that makes it 10 times scarier. It's like, we have no idea what is happening, and also now you are separated from the one man that has saved you from everything happening so far.
And I don't think they ever say anything about Rose being, like religious or anything.
No.
I'm like, it's probably fair.
But everyone has an idea of who the devil is.
Yeah,
right?
it's probably fair to assume that she's not like any kind of like practicing religion or whatever. But the thing is, all of this shit is real. Time travel is real. Like aliens are real. Fucking, sure, the devil may as well be real as well. Like,
why
there's
not?
nothing.
Why not?
Everything you thought about these other things as being proved wrong, then, I guess the devil can exist.
That's a whole, I don't know if you've seen it, it's a whole Pete Holmes bit where he's like, I don't necessarily believe in an afterlife, but I don't not believe in it either because life itself makes zero sense.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Yeah. Thanks, Flula. That was so involuntary. That was so knee-jerk.
Sorry.
Did you mean yes? Did you mean yes? Oh, this is our lives.
What's Asraf?
What?
Yes, Sarah.
Oh, it's just an audio format.
Oh,
you
okay.
don't have to worry about that.
I'm not.
I'm just
worried about it.
I was like, I may as well upload Idiot Lantern while we're here. If you're wondering when we're uploading this, I may as well just. I've exported the video. Just pop it on YouTube.
I'm not a fan of that. The like translator ball that the Ood has. When it just CGI flies out of the Ood's hand and gets like, I don't like it moving on its own.
I don't like it moving on its own. I don't like this weird power that it has to just kill people now. I'm like, it's a translator ball.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm like,
why is it killing
like
now?
electrocutes him, right? Just like an electricity.
The only thing I can, but it's not a translator ball, is it? It's their brain, which we learn later on.
Well, it's a brain. It's not their brain.
Huh?
Because like there's the hind brain,
the hive,
which is like the one that looks like a ball sack, and like
Katie, no,
it does.
Katie, no. What have you been looking? If I remember correctly, it does not look like a ball sack at all.
Kind of does a little bit.
No, I'm gonna look this up while you carry on talking.
But like that's the hind brain, right? And they say that's the one that they cut off and then they stitch the other one on.
Yes, okay. So they do mention, they do mention cutting it off and then stitching the other one on. Like that's jogged my memory a bit there.
Yeah.
Hind brain. I want to see this. That's no.
It
actually,
looks a little bit like balls.
TARDIS Wiki.
It's got the seam and everything. Like
I knew you were gonna say it, and I didn't want it though. It's like, imagine if the unbelievable cord was on the ball.
It's full of piss, though.
The seam. Okay, we can't upload this anywhere ever. Yeah, because my note here just says, I don't know who you are, but rip. Because the dude that they killed, he's just stood by.
Just a guy.
He's standing by Danny with a gun.
Yeah.
That's his whole shtick. He's like, I'm here with a gun, but he doesn't say anything. He hasn't got on the line.
He doesn't have the fire in stock 15, so he can't try and defend himself at all. Obviously.
How do you know that? How do you know he doesn't have that? Because the thing about the end of this episode is, one, it's right now.
Yeah.
Like,
what is the very refresh mem
shit hits the fan and then it just ends?
Yeah.
And there's no like resolution to anything. It's just, look at all these things going wrong, and it doesn't feel like the obvious place to end.
We are the Legion of the Beast, yeah.
Because I think I'm thinking back to like the empty child's one that ends in the back against the wall. You're
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, it's like a classic cliffhanger
my
setup.
brain goes, okay, well, we're winding down. This is where it's going to end because tension is high. This one, the pit is open and I am free. Bwahahahahahaha. To be continued. Yeah, so we cut to... Zach, we're moving, the whole thing's moving, the planet's moving. The overhead shutters open, the Doctor runs back to Ida as the whole trapdoor opens in segments. Drilling area, all ood. I am the sin and the temptation and the desire. I am the pain, the loss. Jefferson says, get that door open. The trapdoor reveals a deep shaft. I fucked up a whistle. Control room, Zach, the gravity field, it's going. We're losing orbit, we're going to fall into the black hole. All ood. I have been in prison for eternity, but no more. Computer, door sealed. Rose, come on. Computer, door sealed. The voice, the pit is open and I am free. Ha 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 ha. And then it ends, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, it's a hell of an ending.
Yeah, because you've got Zach on his own, trapped in his
in like
central
the
hub
command
area.
room,
Yeah, in the drilling area, I guess. Then in Ood habitation, you've got
Rose, Danny, and Mr. Jefferson.
yeah,
right?
Rose, Danny, Mr. Jefferson are there, and then outside you've got Ida and the Doctor, and up you've got Scooti.
The black hole. Oh yeah.
She's just drifting, man. And the Scarlet Nebula or whatever it was called.
The Scarlet System.
Sure.
Yeah, that just gets Phoenix fast.
Yeah, just shoom.
Yeah.
That red. If you can see that red cloud, you mean the gigantic red spiral? Yeah, I see it.
The
What
huge
of it?
smear.
Yeah. And it just like I don't know. I feel like there should be more to say because I feel like I could just go into the second half of this right now. That's where I'm at in my brain. I'm like, oh yeah, let's just do it. We're not gonna do another one.
No.
But I'm like, let's get into it.
Which is wild because this is the one time I'm like, I have the energy to do it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
What's going on today? I feel like it's been an okay day. I'm very sleep deprived. I didn't sleep well last night.
I slept fine. It's been okay. We saw lots of people today, and
I feel like our social battery was like recharged a bit from seeing people that we
Yeah,
haven't seen in
that's
3
true.
weeks. And I'm like, ooh, people, we can do things again
yeah,
for 2 weeks.
and then that's it.
And then we're off till September. Yeah, that's my last note.
It's not even September. It's like October.
It's late September, early October. We got our finance
but
payment in late September, which is all I care about. No, it's not. The degree too. Yeah, my last note is just that shit hits the fan hard in this episode. Do we have any episode specific trivia?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get
Would you
into
like
it.
it?
No, actually, just leave it.
Okay.
This has been Dr. Who Rewind. We are DW Rewind everywhere. What did you think of this episode? Katie, deliver the trivia.
Right. So there are sound effects from Doom in this episode.
The game?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
Apparently on the doors and on like Toby when he's like doing some beast stuff. Yeah. Also, before Ood were going to be in this ep, it was going to be. It doesn't say Slitheen. It just says Raxacorico Fallopatorians. So like
I love that. I love that that is what they're called.
But apparently it was supposed to be them. And one sec.
Okay.
Yeah, they were the servants on Sanctuary Base 6 because they'd been enslaved by humanity at some point, and it was gonna be revealed that they secretly believed that the planet being explored was the dwelling place of their god, who would save them from servitude. And then it was like I think it was cool because like this is a story about the crew. You don't really want to take away from them by having like Slitheen basically, right?
I feel like if a Slitheen was there and the beast had control of the Slitheen, you wouldn't stand a chance.
Oh yeah, no, you would be slaughtered in seconds.
Shing!
But then I don't understand.
three claws to the chest, dead.
I do not understand how humanity could enslave the Slitheen. To be fair,
not
like
at
they would have
all.
to be like proper neutered, right?
Yeah.
But then also apparently the cost for like repairing those Slitheen costumes and like sorting that shit
They
out.
died fast, right?
It was
performance stuff.
Oh yeah, it was. Making a new alien was like not any more expensive. So
yeah, I feel like this is one of those things. I don't know how the Ood costumes hold up. Oh, by the way, seeing as though we're back to sort of crediting things, we have Paul Casey, Silas Carson, Andy Jones, Rari Mears, Claudio Larini, all as Oods at different points. I feel like there's obviously going to be more than those.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, those are the Silas Carson is the voice of the Ood. So I don't know if he was there wearing suits, but that's the voice that we have for them.
The planet was originally going to be called Hell.
Welcome to Hell.
Yeah, and I'm like, that's very on the nose.
Yeah, I love the idea of doing something like that, but I just can't. I'm in my head. I'm like, that would be cool, but I'm also like, it's very hokey, and I couldn't bring myself to do it.
And then if you squint, this episode
Right now.
kind of has a sequel in Torchwood.
If you squint, is it something about drilling in space?
No, it's the son of the beast.
The sun, like the beast here.
Abaddon, the sun.
So this beast, this devil,
I'm pretty sure it's this beast, yeah.
has a son.
Yeah.
On Earth.
No, it's not like a person. It's not like a guy. It's like a big beast. It's another big beast creature.
And it's in Torchwood. You see it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna Google it. I just want to know what it looks like. I like a big
it's
monster.
I'm pretty sure it's the season 1 finale of Torchwood.
Oh, so Torchwood.
I think it's End of Days.
What's it called? Abaddon.
Yeah.
Abaddon. Hey, there we go. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's a big beast.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ twice. Interruption gone. Yeah, I can see that. I can see. You know what? You've got your father's nose. Wait, your father doesn't have a nose. Never mind. You've got your father's horns. You don't. You don't have your father's anything, actually. You've got your father's tongue, I assume. I assume if he had one. That is awesome.
They have the blowfish alien there as well.
This is season 1.
Yes, this is season 1.
How insane is this show?
Blowfish.
Banakafalata.
Torchwood's great, man.
We'll watch it very, very soon. Very soon, actually. Like, probably within the next... If we start doing 2 recording sessions a week, it's probably going to be within the next 6 weeks or so. We'll start watching that.
Yeah, man.
I hope you're looking forward to it. I'm not. I am. I've never seen it. It's going to be fun to watch a blind thing for once. Anything else?
Yeah, there was apparently it was an edit in post-production, a sequence in which the Doctor uses the drill head to detect the sound of a heartbeat from beneath the planet's surface.
Yeah, kind of kills the reveal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad that was cut.
Yeah.
Is that it?
That's that.
Oh, I was sat here waiting like, oh, cool.
Yeah, no, that's it. That's everything.
What would you give this episode rating?
I'd give it a 4.
Oh, yeah, solid 4.
Solid 4.
Definitely. I'm like, I don't think this is one that I would ever watch on its own.
No.
I feel like there are some 2-parters where I'm like, I could just watch part 1 of that, but this is one where I'm like, I need to watch this full story.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of annoyed that I didn't get to do that because I had other reading to do. We didn't do any of that today, actually.
Didn't
now that
you?
I think about it. No.
I I know that tomorrow's 9 a.m. session is a assignment Q&A, and I'm like, oh God, do I have to go in for that?
Wait, for us?
Yeah.
I almost said the name.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's gonna be so.
Yeah,
annoying.
it's both classes.
Anyway, we're just running up the clock. Can you?
We're DW Rewind everywhere. Find us on the internet by searching DW Rewind.
Look, you got here somehow. I don't know how, but
a cruel twist of fate.
And if you are, over the hour in, thank you very much. Tell us what you thought of this episode.
If you're over an hour in, fuck you.
Oh God, Katie, this is why when people see us, they think ew, and then they see me and they think because I'm tiny.
Yeah.
Ood brain. Anyways, we'll see you next week for the
Sit
same
and pit.
Bye. Sugar honey iced tea.